Well, once I agreed to be in the film with my partner in Change Focus Media, Leslie Seabold, who's also my wife, we decided that we would get involved in this project with Sophia called Once My Mother, and we both were attracted to it. And so the first exotic location that we went to was Adelaide, to an old aged people's home. And I thought, gee, this is very important, but it's great for a producer to get out and do some shooting and get out from behind the computer and actually get out on location. So we did some of that shooting, and that actually, I mean, all seriousness, it was very important, and it got me feeling like I was getting into the family background, and Sophia and I really formed a relationship during that time. But what really exhilarated me was when we decided, we didn't have any funding, but we just thought we have to go back to Poland and Ukraine and do some filming. And that was fantastic because there was a kind of a staged journey of that. First we went to Warsaw, huge capital city. Then we crossed over into Ukraine. We went to Lvov, which has also got a rich history, but a big city. Then we went to a smaller town called Ivano-Frankivsk, which I'd never heard of. And then from there we commuted every day about half an hour to Sophia's mother's old village. So it was going from big city to smaller city to large town to tiny village to a place where they were still drawing water from the wells. Plumbing was very basic. People were out in the fields bent over from morning till night, just hoeing and weeding. And so that sort of progression to me was just a wonderful experience in making Once My Mother.
When I went back for the first time, this was before Rod came on board, I went on a trip to Poland and looking for remnants of family. One of the problems was that I speak very bad Polish, and this village is now in the Ukraine, and Ukrainian is spoken. I could understand a lot. I could understand about 75% of what was being said, and I did have a Ukrainian translator, but it was all very chaotic, and I was looking for family, and at that point I came away not knowing whether some of the whether I did have a familial connection with one particular person. And on the second trip that Rod came with me, we then followed up the original lead, and I in fact think that I do have a blood relative, like a distant cousin, but I haven't really followed through any more than that. But I think there is a link with my family back to the village.